Good morning and welcome to episode 30 of Mouse's Makes. We've got quite an exciting episode today because the Sockalong has finished, and so today, shortly, I will be drawing some prizes. Firstly though, I wanted to say thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers. Why does this always happen the minute I start talking? You are very welcome to join us, and I hope you stay with us. And thank you to everyone who stuck with me all this time, and particularly to those people who've donated to the Ko-fi account. That is extremely helpful, especially with all these prizes about to be going out. So Sockalong's finished, and I had set myself a target to knit 8 pairs of socks. Didn't quite make it. I completed even 6 pairs. So this pair, I don't have enough sock blockers for them all, so I've got to do it like this, I'm afraid. This pair, which was the All Is Calm pattern by Kay Jones with the Bakery Bears. This yarn, sorry, it's all gone horribly wrong already, hasn't it? This yarn was Stylecraft Head Over Heels. No, Heart and Soul, one or the other, can't remember. Go back to that episode if you're desperate to know. This yarn was from the Sunflower Garden set by Ange Knits. The little yellow around the top was from Ducky Darling's her Make It So mini skein set, and I chose that because there's a little yellow fleck in the main yarn. This was actually the last pair that I finished. This was my own pattern, as were the first pair of socks, but the yarn is from Little Mouse House and it's Birthday Bouquet. The little brown strip around the top to tie in with the brown flecks in the main yarn was Signet Truly Woolrich in chocolate. Then there were 3 pairs of shorties. These, my own design, knit in, I think it's Zigzag Blossom. We're doing well here because I can very often not remember what I had for breakfast, let alone what yarn I used 8 weeks ago. This little pair of shorties, taken from the Woodland Walk pattern, which is actually a long, well, it's a shorty sock, but it's comes above the ankle rather than being a trainer type sock. Sorry, I just tried to make the light a bit better there. The yarn for this is, by Olivia Villarreal, the Woodland Walk socks. The yarn for this is, it's Knit and Purl Yarns, and it was from the spring collection. It's something Roses. Rose Gardens. Got there in the end. Whoop. And the final, sorry, my pile of socks has just fallen over. The final pair, another pair of little shorties. This is my first ever pair of double knit socks, and it's knit in Wood Oak, I think, from My Yarny Corner, Danny and Alex at My Yarny Corner. They're the ones I got finished. Oh, the pattern for these was Crazy Sock Ladies DK sock pattern, and it's a free pattern. I finished half a pair. This is the Simple Flock socks by Rachel Leggett, Arbor Twist Knits. Now it's got dark again. The yarn I used is again from My Yarny Corner, and it's called Toil and Trouble, and it is so pretty. It was dyed by Danny, I have confirmed that, and he didn't write the recipe down. So points off, Danny, I'm afraid, for not writing the recipe down, because we would have liked more of this. But if you did it once, perhaps you can do it again. I did alter the pattern slightly. I used my own toe rather than the toe that's in the pattern. Oh, I guess sneeze. Sorry, sneeze break, and I did something different with the blind, which will hopefully stop the light coming and going. Yes, did something different with the toe, just did my own wedge toe that I normally do. The heel should have been a wrap and turn, but I don't really like doing wrap and turn, so I keep trying to remember not to cover my mouth up. I just made up a German short row heel as I went, and it's worked okay, it fits. I didn't put a ribbed cuff on it. I tried something that Amanda from Southern Knits in the Mitt does with her socks. She just knits stocking stitch until she's had enough and lets them roll. And I did check with her and she says they don't fall down. So I've given that a try. I'll let you know if I ever get the other one made. And this one has had a bit of a life, this sock here. This, I think, is about my 4th attempt at it, and I've given up everything I was trying to do, and I'm now just doing my own favourite made up sock pattern on it. The wool's coming out much stripier on the camera than it is in real life. It's much more subtle in real life, but the camera's picking up the difference between light and dark. I quite like it. I needed a dark pair of socks because all mine are kind of bright multicolours, and it is Rico Superba Melange Jacquard in 005. They would have been finished if it weren't for Stephen West, and we'll talk about Stephen West a bit later. Okay. I'm sorry I keep looking down, but I've got so much I need to remember to tell you this week that I've written quite comprehensive notes, which is unusual for me. What I wanted to tell you is, those of you who didn't manage to finish your socks in time to enter them, all is not lost. Leslie at the Not Quite Enough Yarn podcast and the Not Quite Enough Distance vlog, and a friend of hers whose name I can't remember, they are running a year-long accessories mail, and socks are allowed. So if you didn't quite get them finished but you'd still like to enter them for a prize, pop along and watch Leslie's podcast with all the details of how to enter, and you can still get them into her prize draw. Remembered that bit. Right, what's the next thing? Oh, draw some prizes. Okay. Now, I've debated about how to do this, and I was going to employ Ewan as kind of a draw master, but then I found something I could do with technology, and if it works, I'm really going to enjoy this. Okay, first of all, I want to thank everyone who entered socks. There was not a single pair of socks that I did not like, which meant choosing this prize was a little bit difficult. This prize is for my favourite pair out of all the socks, and the prize is this Mouses Makes mug and a set of mini skeins called Troll Music from Little Mouse House. There were many socks on my I like these socks list, as socks came up, if I particularly liked them, I put them on my list, made a note of them, ready to choose. And let me tell you, it was a long list and choosing was going to be exceptionally difficult. But then I realised that 3 of those pairs belonged to one person. So let me see if this works. Bear with me a second. Fanfare, please.
Here's War, Fanfare from Rocky by Vince DiCola on Amazon Music.
I think we'll stop that because that goes on for 5 minutes. Apparently they pick fanfares at random. We'll have a different one next time. Okay, so the winner of my favourite pair, and I've cheated because there are 3, is Sue Axon. I'll be contacting you later, Sue, to see if it's okay if I share on Instagram the pictures of your winning socks, because there were 3 pairs. If you could message me through Instagram direct with your address, I will get your prize off to you ASAP. First prize done. Okay, the next prizes are equally complicated. I have lists of names, and what I did was I took names from Instagram and Ravelry and put them on the list at random. Then I numbered them randomly. So I separated them into birthday and Halloween, but randomly within those 2 threads. So hopefully this will go a little bit better. Right. What is a number between 1 and 85?
Here's a number between 1 and 85. It's 75. By the way, I can learn your voice to improve your Alexa experience. Would you like to try it?
Not now.
Cancelling.
Not now, Kato. This is not going quite to plan, but never mind. Right, this is for the birthday prize. And it is, where are we? This bag, these stitch markers, and this set of high twist sock yarn, again from Little Mouse House. And she said number 75, and number 75 on my list is, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Linketu, L-I-N-E-K-E-T-O-O. Could be Linekatu, don't know. Let me show you. Where's it gone? Number 75. There you go. Randomly numbered, but that's been a little cluster of one person, but still. So if you would like to either email me at mousesmakes@gmail.com or contact me through Instagram direct at amandajane.davies.58 with your address, I will get that off to you. Okay. Let's try the other one. I've got to find my numbers. They're still in the book. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Okay. try again. It's locked itself. Give me a number between 1 and 48.
Here's a number between 1 and 48. It's 43.
Fanfare, please.
Here's War, Fanfare from Rocky by Vince DiCola on Amazon Music.
No, I don't want that one. Right. I should show you the prize quick, shouldn't I? Sorry. I'm not start again. I'm not deliberately hyping up the anticipation. I'm just like a bit overexcited and therefore forgetting stuff. Right, so back bag. Troll Music mini skeins from Little Mouse House again. And some bat stitch markers, and that has been won by C2 Filer 2. Not sure I'm saying that correctly either. So again, if you would like to contact me either by email on mousesmakes@gmail.com or on Instagram at amandajane.davies.58, and let me have your address, I will get those to you as soon as possible. I'm going to give everyone a good couple of weeks to get in touch, but if I haven't heard by the beginning of December, I might draw again. So make sure you let me know where you are so I can send you your goodies. Okay, right. I'm going to put that away because that did not go as I hoped it would. Now I've got to turn my list back round. Actually, I've just caught sight of something. You may have noticed the background has changed. There was a little television up there that I never used because, can you see the problem in the design? Despite the fact that my children and my husband, to be fair, think I've got eyes in the back of my head, I haven't actually. So I never watched the television. If I want to watch anything, I watch it on my laptop. So I asked my husband, could he take the television out? And he did me this picture of my Lily. My Lily is a tabby cat. Some of you may have seen her in previous videos. She's doing some knitting. So that was the excitement for this week. Right, what's next? Oh yes, while I think of it, we've been all through Sockalong. We've been having a Zoom on a Thursday morning at 11 and on a Thursday evening at 6. Those are going to continue. I'm enjoying them enough, and enough people are also enjoying them that I've decided to carry them on. If you haven't been joining us but would like to, either email me or contact me through Instagram direct, and I'll let you have the login and what have you. The Thursday evening one might change time. It might even change day, but I've got to discuss that with the other ladies who attend before I make a final decision. So for the time being, those are the times on a Thursday. Other whips, yes. As you know, Stephen West released Clue 4, which was the last clue of the Shawlography shawl cowl on Friday. And I'm going to show you that towards the end, as I always have done, because it's another couple of days before we're allowed to just share willy-nilly. I was a bit naughty at the weekend and I did a little bit of casting on. Did quite a lot of casting on, actually. This one, to be fair, I cast on Thursday because I wanted something. I had a hospital appointment. I wanted something to take with me to do in the waiting room. So this is a neck warmer. Not really big enough to call a cowl. Very stretchy. No pattern for it, just my own design. I cast on a number of stitches, decided there weren't enough, increased them a bit. I'm doing it in 5x3 rib, and it is being knit in King Cole Footsie in kiwi fruit. So I think the colours are coming out a little bit more muted than they are. It's not bad representation. I've not knit with this before. It is a sock yarn. It's 93% acrylic and 7%, sorry, that's very tinkly, 7% PBT, which is a stretchy something or other, polybutylene something probably. And it feels very much like a cotton. It's cool to the touch, and it's, well, you can see it's quite drapey. Hard for you to tell. So yeah, I would liken it to a cotton really in the way it's knitting up. Not sure how it would be for socks because I've not tried socks with it. I did originally buy it for that purpose, but then I thought I felt the need to start my Christmas knitting, and yeah, so this is a gift for somebody. I've shown you this before, but I thought as I'm showing you all my gift knitting, I'll show you this again. I'm on to the second ball of this now. That's coming out as pink and grey, but it's actually, one of the stripes is kind of a raspberry, crushed raspberry, and the other one is a brown. Just a few shades darker, although they look grey on camera. This is Stylecraft Dreamcatcher, and I'm making a shawl stroke scarf thing in corner to corner crochet. Again, there's no pattern, I just making it up as I go along, which with corner to corner crochet isn't really that hard, is it? You just start and keep on going. Then I kind of lost my mind a little bit. I've mentioned many times, I'm sure, how much I hate DPNs. I can use them, as I'm about to prove, but I don't like using them. And so, in my insanity, I decided that I would cast on another neck warmer stroke cowley type thing on DPNs. Not content with it being on DPNs, and it had to be because I hadn't got a 4mm needle of the correct cable length, and I wanted to knit it in the round. Thinking about it, I should have just knit it flat and seamed it. But it's too late now, and I'm not pulling it down and going back. Because not only am I knitting it on DPNs, but it's brioche. Having discovered how to do brioche and finding out that it wasn't anywhere near as intimidating as I'd always thought it would be, it's become my new favourite thing to do. So I've cast this on. Again, it's a Christmas gift. And I'm actually rather enjoying it. And I can live with these DPNs because they're long, so they don't scrape against my palm as I'm using them. They do kind of get a bit cobbly up, but generally I find if I move it to the other side of the needle, whichever side it's on that's bothering me, if I move it to the other side of the working needle, I'm okay with it. So getting on all right with that so far. That's 3 gifts off my things I need to knit. And finally, again, I think maybe I'm having some kind of a breakdown because I've cast something else on. There's not a great deal to show you as yet. There's that much to show you. And as you can probably divine from that small piece, it's colour work, which again is something that I will tell you from here till doomsday I do not enjoy. But I saw these and I knew I had to knit them. Where is the pattern? These are the Peaceable Mitts by Erica M. Hauser, not sure how you pronounce it. There you go. I'll just show you how it's. And I just had to make them. They are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And the little bit that I did, I actually quite enjoyed. But Stephen West's new Clue came out, and I had to concentrate on that a little bit. I also treated myself. I couldn't go to, well, I can't go still to any yarny shows or things of that nature. And my friend Alex from My Yarny Corner went to Yarndale, and she came back with this bag and this yarn, which is West Yorkshire Spinners' signature Nigel yarn, which was apparently exclusive to Yarndale. And I'm ashamed to say that I was a little bit jealous. And we've been joined by a fly again. I suspect Poppy's work somewhere along the line. So anyway, I digressed yet again. I went online and I discovered that I could order it from the Yarndale website, and so I did. I don't know if I'm going to make socks with it. That's a pretty good representation of the colours. I might make fingerless mitts. There might be enough to do both, socks and fingerless mitts. We'll see. But yes, so I'm very pleased. This is my new treasure. Very pleased with that. And I thought I deserved a treat for being a big brave girl and doing extra brioche in the round on DPNs and colour work. I mean, I don't know, I don't recognise myself anymore. Anyway, the only thing I have left to show you is Stephen West. So if you don't want to see that, if you're still catching up, now is the time to bid us all goodbye. It's been lovely having you. Please come again. Right, you have been warned. Here it comes. Is it finished? Is the question on everybody's lips, I can tell. The answer is not yet. Not quite. So we had section 1, which took us to these little noodly I-cord loops. Section 2, this is very hard to display, hang on. Section 2 took us from there to the bubbles. No, it didn't. It took us from there to these wedge-shaped wingy creations on the end. Section 3 was very restrained. It was this brioche and these crisscross stitches. Section 4, there were two options for. There were two options for the brioche, to be fair. You didn't have to do the brioche. You could do a sort of a lacy mesh striped section. But I felt in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm brioching, so I did. Section 4 gave you two options. You could choose to bind off with an I-cord bind off straight after the crisscross section. For me, I felt that was a cop-out. I didn't want to do that. I was in there. I had committed. I was going to do it properly. Well, not properly. They're both properly, but I was going to go for the larger version. So I did. And the larger version is striping all your colours to give you this, and I really actually rather like it, this edging. Benefit of this is that you are doing an I-cord bind off as you go. The opposite of the benefit, I can't for the moment, disadvantage, is that it's just garter stitch. And I and everyone else I've spoken to are just finding it a bit boring after all the excitement of all the other sections and all the wild and wonderful things that we've done. This just feels a bit boring. But the effect is gorgeous. So I have not quite finished it. I have got this far to go. Each crisscross section is a stripe. So I've got about 7 stripes to do and then the final bind off. So this will be finished for next week and all blocked, and I can show it to you properly. But for the time being, this is how it is looking at the moment. And I know it's loud, and I know it's leery, and I actually rather like it. And I'm pleased that I do, because I've enjoyed knitting it. And there have been a couple of occasions where I've not liked it during the process, but I've enjoyed the actual knitting of it. So I'm glad that I like the finished object, because it's quite possible to have enjoyed the process to get there and then not like what you've got in the end. But I do. I do like it, and it's going to be large. I can't actually, I don't think, get it all in one go. If I lean back. Ah, the advantage of a rocking chair. So hopefully next week, all finished, all blocked, all the ends sewn in, trimmed. Where I can, I've done the weaving Stephen. That is not possible everywhere, so I have got a few ends to sew in. Won't take very long. So yeah, that's that. That is everything for today. Just checking my extensive list. Definitely everything for today. Congratulations to the winners. Don't be so excited about your prize that you forget to tell me where you live so I can send it to you. Oh, my puppy's got all squished. And yeah, until you see me next week, happy knitting, everybody.